Radhe Radhe everyone, okay? So we'll be discussing contest, today's Leetcode contest. Should I be waiting for a few people to still join, or should I start with it? So yeah, okay. I think my voice was quite low. Okay, so should I be waiting for some guys to join, or should I start with it? Should I start with it? Should I start with it? Okay, I think the first problem is easy, so I can start with it while other people join. So I have already shared the link on Discord for the people to join. So the problem statement is very simple. You give first of all the question: maximum product of two digits. You're given an integer which is positive. Its value is n. Return the maximum product of any two digits in the number n. You may use the same digit twice if it appears more than once in n. Okay. Example 1, n is equal to 31, output is 3. The digits of n are 3 and 1, that is 31, 3 and 1. So 3 into 1, 3. Okay, so this is 222, so 2 into 2, 4. This is 124, so what are the two most maximum digits? It is 4 and 2, okay, 8. So I don't think I will be needing the notepad to explain you this. It is very simple. Put an array, inside the array push back all the digits of it, and then you can sort it out, sort the whole array, because it is given that it is 10 to the 9. So uh, 9 log n is nothing but 9 into 4, 36, even less than 36. Okay, it is less than 36, so it won't be that an issue, that of an issue. Okay, uh, okay, so you are sorting it, and then you are finding the product of the last two digits, because these two are the maximum, and if you want the maximum product, so that will be the maximum product. Okay, this I hope clear. This I hope it is clear for you guys. Mhm. Right? Is it clear? See, guys, just I can see that there are four people watching. So just be a little bit responsive in the comment section. I mean, in the live chat, that yeah, it is clear, so that I can move on with to the next round, because I want that things should be much more interactive, right? Like, don't think that I'm explaining something, so you are just over here to just sit in, because it's not like I'm explaining something. Okay, my channel is not for explaining. It is like we both do it. Like, if you notice one thing, we'll check this, that I have done only two problems, but still I'm live streaming, because like it's like I have lost practice on it, right? So if I want, I can check the editorials of the last two problems. Okay, so which I'm going to do also. So just be a little bit responsive in the comment section, in the live chat. Okay. Okay. So the second problem: fill a special grid. You're given a non-integer, non-negative integer n representing 2 to the power n into 2 to the power n grid. You must fill the grid with integers from 0 to 2, to the 2 to the power 2n minus 1 to make it special. A grid is special if it satisfies all the following conditions. All numbers in the top right quadrant are smaller than those in the bottom right quadrant. All numbers in the bottom right quadrant are smaller than those in the bottom left quadrant. All numbers in the bottom left quadrant are smaller than those in the top left quadrant. Each of this quadrant is also a special grid. Return the special 2 to the power n into 2 to the n grid. Any 1 into 1 grid is special, because it is going to be 0. I mean, it is going to have only one number. Okay, so it is always special. So this is basically nothing but the base case, if you think about it. Okay, so for n is equal to 0, it is 0. We know that. It is okay. It is very simple, because 1 into 1 grid is special. But if you go to this one, example 2, n is equal to 1. So you can see that it is 0, 1, 2, 3. I don't mean 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. It is, I know what is given as. I mean that, let's say, if we are having something like this. Okay. So what is the condition that has been given? There is a pattern of how the quadrants work. Okay. That is, this is lesser than this, than this, than this. Okay. So what is the order? This is the less. This is the least. this is more than that, this is more than that, this, and this is more than this. Okay, so that is basically how a grid will be formed. Now if you break it into sub problems, okay, it is more like uh, a divide and conquer of DP. Okay, just to give a spoiler of what the implementation is all about, it is a divide and conquer of DP. I think there were a lot of submissions on this, so maybe you guys know about how to solve this. But anyways, so see, for one basic case it was 0, okay, when it was only one element. So now for two elements, I mean four elements, because it is 2 to the n into 2 to the n. For four elements it will be like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, right? This is it. Now what if, okay, I'm using a different one. What if we are having something like this, okay? And I would like to copy this whole thing, okay? Okay, now check this out. Okay, now look into it. You have to find the recursive condition. Okay, see, you know the base condition. Now find the recursive condition. That is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Now it will be 4, 5, 6, 7, right? To be thinking about that in that manner, it will be 4, 5, 6, 7. So it will look like this: 4, 5, 6, 7. So even after that we are done with this, now we are going to go like this, right? Now it is 4, 5, 6, 7. After that it is 8, 9, 10, 11. So it is going to be like 8, 9, 10, 11. What is going to be after that? Have I used all the colors? Oh, orange is left. So 12, 13, 14, 15, right? 12, 13, 14, 15. So is this thing clear? Is this thing clear with you guys? Guys, be responsive, man. See, uh, earlier I used to see that do subscribe my channel and stuff like that. But yeah, I get it. Like if you really think that my channel is going to give you some knowledge, so yeah, you will subscribe it. Otherwise, you won't. So if you want to get the knowledge back also, so you have to like be active in the live chat, okay? Otherwise, it becomes really boring to stream. I can pre-record the whole shit and just upload it. It's just a matter of time, and it also saves my time also. Just think about it. Okay? So this is the recursive. Hi Ayush. Even I removed that subscriber only thing. I was earlier doing streams where I was allowing only subscribers to chat. Okay, I removed that also because I heard that many people haven't subscribed me and they complain that okay, I am not being able to comment on your live chat. So I was like, okay, let's remove it because that makes my revenue a little bit more. But anyways, I don't earn that much from YouTube. Okay, so yeah, not an issue. Okay, now see how we are going to solve that. Okay, you have, this is a special grid, this is a function. So one thing that you can see, it's a very small code, right? Because it is not much of that. So first, initially what is the first base case? It is a 0, right? It is a 0. From this 0 we have to make this, and from this we have to make this, the whole thing, right? So that is how the recursive function works. So maximum you will have from 0 to 10, because it was given in the question that n is from 0 to 10. Okay. So initially what is answer? Answer is 1 into 1 grid where 0 is present. Clear? Very good. Well and good enough. Now for every specific number from 1 to 10, I mean 1 to n rather, because obviously you are not going to go for all the 10 of them. But if you want, you can put 10 over here also and calculate it. Okay, for all the test cases possible. So you can understand that how simple it is. Okay, we are having two variables. One is j, which is uh, I into 2, and one is k, which is I into I. Why do we need it? We'll just come into that later on. Okay, because now we are going to make a new array, a new vector rather, a 2D vector of size j into j, right? Do you know why it is j into j? Because I is equal to, now what is I is equal to into 2, right? So earlier whatever the size of it was, it is going to be, let's say if it was 1 into 1, now it is going to be 2 into 2, right? It is 2 into 2. After that it will be 1 2 3 4 into 4. So these sides, it gets multiplied by 2 every time, right? So that is the reason we are using j. Okay, so the reason of j is clear. Now what is the reason of k? Okay, let's come into that later on. See, we can have two, we are going to consider two values, okay, x and y. X is for the ith axis, or rather the x axis, and y is for the y axis. Okay, very simple, clear for you to understand. So now since that x and y, it is, just think of it like in a number, not a number line, in a graph. Okay, just think of it as in a graph. So if br of x, so what we have to do is we have to find the values of that, right? So let's say if I know what is the value of answer of x comma y, from that I can find the value of br of x comma y, br of x comma y plus 1, br of x plus y minus I plus 1, this, like the whole thing. Okay, the all the four quadrants, 1 2 3 4, all four of them I can find it out. So let's say if it is 0, okay, so how is this 0 going to be contributed over here? So first thing, if you notice, br of it will be value plus 2 into k, value plus k, 2 into k. See, x of I plus 1. What is this? This is the first axis, or rather, let's say, since I'm going to consider only for this, I'll use a different color. Red is better, I guess. Since I'll be considering only for this, so what is this element? It is nothing but 0, comma 1, right? So that is the top left, top right quadrant. So what is the top right quadrant going to be? What you can do is, for your better understanding, let's do one thing. We can put this at the end. Okay, so you'll understand what we are doing. So this is what nothing but the top, sorry, right quadrant, right? So for the top right quadrant, we get the value. Next, what we do? Okay, so now the value of k, where it is going to come from. Okay, still now, just think of it like you don't know about it. Okay, that is not a main concerning issue for you. So this is going to be the top right quadrant. This is going to be the bottom right quadrant. This is going to be the bottom left quadrant. I should have commented this thing earlier also. And this is the top left quadrant. Okay. So you know that it goes increasing, right? So whatever this value is, the next value it increases by k. The next value it again increases by k, that is 2 into k. And the next value it again increases by k, that is 3 into k. How are we coming from it? How are we making it? Now let's try to find the pattern. Okay. So from 0 we get 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So just think about it. Okay. From this 0 we got 0, 1, 2, 3. Right? So what are we adding? What is the value of k over here? The value of k is 1. Right? From this 0 also you're getting the same values. Okay. Do I find this one would be great. Right? That is the same values. So k is equal to I into I. Now if you look into this is a 3. Okay. And what is it corresponding to? Just think about it. Let's think that this is going to expand, this is going to expand, this is going to expand, this is going to expand. Okay. How are they expanding? This expands into itself only, not an issue. This thing expands into this. This thing expands into this. And this thing expands into this. Okay. Now let's try to calculate for 1. Okay. Let's try to calculate for 1. So what is the value that is increasing over here? It is nothing but for this it was 3, for this it was 4, for this it was 5, and so on, right? And so on. We don't know about it. So there is a pattern on how it is increasing also, right? So first let's find the pattern later on. So first let's understand what we are doing. We are making use of all of them, okay, and we are making it as answer of x comma y. So whatever was there in x comma y, we are going to add k to it, k2 into k to it, and 3 into k to it. Okay, so let's try to understand what we are doing. Okay, so this is 0. When we get this first this thing, okay, this one. So what is it going to be? This is going to be 0 0, right? This is the answer 0 0. Right? It is less than I and less than I. And what is the value of I? Value of I is 1. So that is going to be that 0 0 only. So this is going to be val. This is going to be val plus k. This is going to be val plus 2 into k. Val plus 3 into k. So what is k over here? K is I into I. That is 1. Okay. Clear? So you get 0, 0 plus k. 0 plus k, that is 1. 0 plus 2 into k, that is 2. And 0 plus 3 into k, that is 3. Where k is equal to 1. Because we have got it. Now what is the next value? थर्ड मैंने भी नहीं किया, वो देखेंगे ना, एडिटोरियल देख लेंगे, क्या टेंशन है. So what is the next value of it? Sorry. So we have got it, right? So we have got it. Now that we have got it, so now we have, just think of it like now we have this. Okay, from here we are going to get the black, this whole black thing. So what is it going to be? It is going to be this, for this, okay, for this specific, it is going to be 3 plus k into k. What is val plus k into k, right? अच्छा तब ठीक है, third was kind of unsolvable. भाई चाल जाऊँ मुझे ऐसा बात बोल रहे चाल दे पर शिट भाई, एक सेकंड रुक जाओ. अच्छा तब ठीक है. थर्ड वाज काइंड ऑफ अनसॉल्वेबल नहीं था. थर्ड आई थिंक वो था ना, वो 3D DP था शायद. And I coded it like I got 709 test cases passed, I guess. उन्होंने चले गए. नहीं यार, चार्जर लाने जाता भाई, चार्जर नहीं मिल रहा था. ओके चलो, थर्ड एक साथ बनाएंगे यार, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, कोई टेंशन नहीं है. देखेंगे यार, एक साथ बनाएंगे, करेंगे अब सॉल्व. So For this we got it. Okay. Now let's try to create the all of them, all the remaining of them. Okay. See, now again for 0 comma 0, value is equal to answer x comma y. Okay. And answer br of x comma y plus I is equal to val. That is, this is 3 and it is equal to val. Okay. That is 3. 3 is equal to 3. So what it tells is that this is going to be nothing but 3. Okay. This position is going to be 3. For every specific condition, you can check it out. And then, what is the next condition that is going to check? X plus I, y plus I. That is x plus I, y plus I. That is this one. Okay. I'm in 4th sem and started DSA 20 days ago. I have done 15 easy array problems by forgetting approaches and struggle to code them sometimes. I'm writing solutions too, but still feel like I am not improving. What should I focus on now to build confidence in progress? Nice name, by the way. देखो, the thing is कि if you're in second year, right? I mean, 4th sem means if you're in second year, so it means that it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to stress much. Why are you stressing that much, man? Just chill, man. Try solving it, and you know what? Like it comes with practice. Like if I would have, hello, man. Hi. If I would have got that time कि अगर मैं second year में होता ना और मुझे कोडिंग करने का मौका मिलता, I would be like, if I could revisit that, I will tell that guy that कि चलो यार कोई मतलब इतना stress मत लो, क्योंकि what happens ना, when you take too much of stress, you just burn yourself out, and when you burn yourself out, it is like more of like you're just studying DSA. DSA is nothing that you have to study. Okay, DSA is something that you should get fun doing. At least मेरे लिए तो वो है, ठीक है. At least मेरे लिए I don't study. It's like कि मुझे मजा आता है तो मैं करता हूँ. जैसे तुम मुझे अगर बोलोगे कि भाई तुम ये कर लो, क्या बोलते हैं, like most of the things that I do at this time, obviously it is fun. Obviously हाँ, college life में बहुत कुछ होता है. There are some unwanted subjects, so if you're talking about them, you have to study them because you won't get that interest in it. It's okay, but you have to try loving DSA. Like if you want to love DSA, what you have to do is you have to try understand that मैं सोचूं मैं बाइनरी सर्च सीख ले रहा हूँ, ठीक है. ये एक एग्जांपल जो मैं ना खुद अपने आप को समझाया था कि like if I want to understand DSA, if I want to be good in DSA, I have to understand that how it is going to be applicable in our real world. So if I tell you that you have to understand binary search, so you can apply binary search, you know everything. But what if I tell you that, tell me one real life example where you're using binary search without even knowing it? Okay, let me tell you. So let's say whenever you're opening a dictionary, okay, and someone tells you ki go to this page, go to this, exactly, dictionary searching. So go to this thing or this thing, okay. So you just find whatever is in the middle. Then if you find that it's going to be in the previous one, so go to that section. Next part, go to that section. So even without realizing that you are doing binary search, you are doing binary search. And sometimes you are doing a hybrid mode of binary and linear search whenever you're going very close to the result. Okay, well, how we find a dictionary? First of all, we are just opening random pages, right? That is binary search. And then we just slide down with one page, that is linear search. So if you think about this, even in computer science, even in DSA, there isn't an algorithm which uses a hybrid of binary search and linear search, right? So you are doing something so advanced, but in real life, not in computer science. So once you get to understand these things now, once you try to imply these things in your real life, it will become like you will start getting interest in doing DSA. Okay, so that is it. Like इतना stress मत ले भाई, ये कर ले तू chill कर भाई. अब मतलब contest दो, give the contest, and follow some DSA sheets if you want. ऐसा कुछ ये नहीं है, follow करना ही है, because I think contest देने से बहुत कुछ हो जाता है, but I was thinking कि recently मैं कुछ ऐसा शुरू कर दूँ ना कि every day doing वो जो होता है ना स्ट्राइवर का 100 days वाला SD शीट वाला जो, क्योंकि I think that स्ट्राइवर in the स्ट्राइवर sheet you are getting 200 problems, right? A to Z you're following. Okay. Okay, I don't know about the A to Z one. But in the Striver SD sheet, there's 200 problems if I'm not wrong. Or 190, something like that. So even if I was thinking I will make a series out of it where I will be solving the Striver sheet, because I have never solved the Striver sheet. None of them. Okay. So I was thinking I will make a video of it, I will try solving it. And the video should go like this key, solving it till I can't solve it anymore. Okay. So that it's like you are going to have that point ki bhai this is the time, or solving it for 1 hour straight. So I can have a stream where I'm getting 1 hour. Within that 1 hour, how many questions I can do, I'm going to do, and then the remaining I don't care about it, I'll do it the next day. Or 30 minutes, do how many I can do, the remaining I will do it the next day. So that is what the strategy should be. So I think I will be also doing a live stream sessions, but since these days I'm a little bit busy with work. So yeah, Saturday is good. Like I think most of the Saturdays I am free at home. So yeah, Saturdays I can plan something like that. But it won't be happening in that easy. Algorithms to live by. But yeah, do read this book. Different perspective of life, computer science. So yeah, start from beginner friendly. Okay, okay, okay. I'll do that. And algorithms to live by. Okay. मैं सोच रहा था कुछ बुक्स खरीदने का. और 45 पेजेस का बुक है क्या? Is it true that it is 45 pages or the preview is 45 pages, 46 pages? I think preview 46 pages का. You in which year, from which college? I'm a pass out. I'm a pass out. प्रीव्यू है, वही सोच रहा हूँ मैं. देखूंगा भाई, मैं बुक देखूंगा. अच्छा यार, मैं यही भूल गया भाई, जो मेन चीज था. Where do you walk? क्या करोगे जान के? बताओ. क्या ही कर लोगे जान के? LinkedIn चेक कर लो ना. Search me by this name. Search me by my name. You get it. LinkedIn चेक कर लो. Okay, so int n is equal to link. ये सर्च कर लो, मेरा एक ही डीपी है भाई हर जगह. अच्छा ये नहीं है, वो देख के फेस देख के समझ में आ जाएगा मैं ही. मतलब हाँ भाई, सर्च करोगे तो वही आएगा. आई एम प्रीटी मच श्योर अबाउट इट. So how are we going to calculate it? Okay, so br of x plus I and y plus I is equal to value plus k, right? So what is the value? What is the value of k now? It is 4, right? 2 into 2, 4. So if you add 4 to it, it is going to be 7, right? Add more 4 to it is going to be 11. Add more 4 to it is going to be 15. Okay. 0. Add 4 to it 4. Add 4 to it 8. Add 4 to it 12. 2. Add 4 to it 6. 10. 14. So now you get the pattern, right? So अगर तुम ये pattern follow, if you follow this pattern, you'll get all of them. And what I do is answer is equal to move BRR. So people who don't know about this move thing, it is basically it makes a shallow copy, I guess. Yeah, it's like I'll just tell you what it happens. Like it is just going to reference to your memory. Okay, instead of copying the whole thing, it is just going to reference to your memory. So it saves your memory, because I was normally compiling one of it and I was doing with BR and answer is equal to BR or somewhat like that. So it was giving me memory limit exceeded. So I thought that okay, let's go with move. It works. Okay. See, I was doing this, okay, from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So see, over here for this move, it is okay, okay. But ये okay नहीं भी हो, मतलब ये भी okay हो सकता है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. ये भी हो सकता है, ये भी accept हो जाएगा, I think. But this should give you memory limit exceeded, if I'm not wrong. अटक ही गया वही. Okay, finished. Does it give you memory limit exceeded? अबे यार हटो यार. हाँ चलो ये भी एक्सेप्ट हो जाएगा. तो like okay, even if you make it answer is equal to BR, it also works. Right, right, right. Okay, yeah, right. So this is clear, right? Let's move on to the next problem. Merge operations for minimum travel time. You're given a straight road of length L kilometer, an integer n, an integer k, and two integer arrays position and time, each of length n. The array position lists the position in kilometer of signs in strictly increasing order. Position of 0 is equal to 0 and position of n minus 1 is equal to n. So just think of it as milestones. Okay. Each time of I represents the time in minutes required to travel 1 kilometer between position I and position I plus 1. So that is basically nothing but uh, picture नहीं लगी हुई है. Picture नहीं लगी है? क्या बोल रहे हो? कौन सा वाला देख ले भाई? हाँ it is there bro. वही तो बोला ना कौन सा वाला देख ले भाई. Okay. अच्छा Anu, you are from CMR. Great. I have friends over there. अब मतलब obviously your seniors. Okay. कहाँ पे था? मल्ला रेड्डी. रुको. मल्ला रेड्डी अलग होता है ना? I think मल्ला रेड्डी अलग है. उसमें भी I have got some people. या फिर शायद दोनों सेम ही होगा तो वही तब तो मतलब सेम कॉलेज से. So I know them separately. Okay. I have someone whom I know from Malla Reddy and I have someone whom I know from. No difference. Okay, okay, okay. So I thought that both are different. Okay, so I know someone from. I thought that I know someone from CMR and I know someone from Malla Reddy. So basically, I know a lot of people from your college. Not a lot of people, but yeah, people. Your seniors have also subscribed to my channel. Okay, in the initial stages or when I was just making content, no different. Both are different. है ना? Both are different. है ना? Why? Like when I was starting making content, so I know someone from Mallarity. Okay. चलो यार ये हटाओ यार, ये फोकस करते हैं. So you must perform exactly Telangana. Yeah, right. Oh, okay, 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 okay. The locations are different. I don't know much about it. Okay, so let's focus on the question. यार. You must perform exactly K merge operations in one merge. You can choose any two adjacent signs at indices I and I plus 1. Update the sign at index I plus 1 so that it becomes time of I is equal to time of I plus 1, and remove the sign at index I. What does it mean? I'll just explain you now. And you have to return the minimum total travel time that you can have after doing K merges. What's the scope of data analysis? Data analysis का scope है बहुत अच्छा खासा है भाई. Data engineering है I guess, if I'm not wrong. Data analysis में. The whole data engineering thing comes under data analysis I guess. अच्छा ये इग्नोर करो, ठीक है, ये मैं ट्राई कर रहा था कोड करने का. So first of all, let me tell you what it should look like, most probably. So just think of it. So let's take one example. कौन सा वाला लूँ? Let's take this example. Okay. So you can see that k is equal to 1, which means I can only merge one position. Okay. So 0, 3, 8, 1, 0, 3, 8, 10. Okay. So just think about it. It is 0. There is a milestone over here. This is a number line. Okay. This is 3. There is a milestone over here. This is 8. There is a milestone over here. This is 10. That is the last number. And there is a milestone over here. Okay. कहाँ गया? Okay. So and the time is 5836. Okay. Time is 5, 8, 3, 6. Okay. Well, what I was doing is I was trying to do it in greedy approach. First of all, let me try to tell you. But I just found out that it has to be greedy approach. Okay. So DP से sorry greedy से क्या बोल दिया, उल्टा बोल दिया क्या मैंने? Greedy से नहीं बनेगा, DP से बनेगा. Clear. So what it tells is that you can remove any one of the stones. Okay. So over here, what they do is they remove which stone? Let me just delete this. These are making a lot of confusion. He's deleting in the first position. He's deleting 0, 8, 10. So he's deleting the third one. Okay, he's deleting this stone. When you are removing these stone, this 8 over here, it gets added over here, which makes it 11. Okay, which makes it 11. And this gets removed. So how can you find out what is the time that is needed? So this 5 is basically the time that is needed to travel from here to here in 1 hour, in for 1 kilometer rather, or 1 hour, somewhat like that. Okay, I just forgot. So this 8, so how many are there? There are 8. So 8 into 5 is nothing but 40. So from here to here you needed 40 minutes or hours. Don't remember also. From here to here it is 2. The distance is 2. And this is 11. So that is 22. Right? And apart from here to here it is no distance. So 6 is not valid only. So you can notice one thing, that this last number has got no validity. It is just over there as it is. Like no much significance in it. Okay. Huh. So 40 plus 22 is 4, 5, 6, 62, right? It will be 62. I know, it is 62. So I hope this thing is clear, because I think that this question was good, but the most important thing about this question was that it was not that easy to understand, not easy to decode, right? Like the language of the question was not that easy, I felt. So if you want an overview of what I have done, I'll show you. For every k, okay, for every k merges, I am checking whether removing that specific, I mean removing which stone is going to give me the best benefit. Okay, removing which stone is going to give me the best benefit. And I've done that. I've gone, I went on to do that. Okay, I went on to do that. And then I finally get the answer. But what happens is that it will be satisfying most of the cases, but some cases it won't. Okay, if you look at my submissions, they used to show how many are satisfying and how many are not. Like this new interface now, I'm a little bit confused. Yeah, 708 out of 997. Okay, so like By using greedy, many cases are passing. ऐसा नहीं है कि बहुत सारे pass नहीं कर रहा. Many cases are passing, but some of the cases are not passing, which means that greedy is not the best approach. So DP is the approach. Okay. So let's find out. Let's try to solve it, है ना? Okay. 3D DP plus memoization explained. So obviously I will go for the explained one. तो ट्राई करते हैं इसको देखने का, ठीक है, कैसे सॉल्व किया इसने. Okay. So the approach is dynamic programming, 3D DP. This is very much clear from here. Recursion plus memoization, partition DP. We want to minimize the total travel time along a road segmented by signs. After removing exactly each merge removes a sign and adds its time to the next one. Clear? क्या किया उसने? साइन को रिमूव किया और उसको नेक्स्ट वन में डाल दिया. ठीक है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. Key observations: you travel between position y and position I plus 1 at a rate of time I, minimum minutes per kilometer. After merging, time of I plus 1 is equal to time of I plus time of I plus 1. ठीक. So after merge, the new time to travel I plus 1 segment is sum of both times. DP state definition. हाँ, this is the most important thing. ठीक है. K is the number of merges done so far. I is the current position index. Last is the index after the last merge. Rate is equal to sum of time up till last I minus 1 and steps is equal to total minus merges. So what is the number of steps that we have got? So we define dp of k of I of last. K is number of merges done so far. I is current position index, which means that till that position I have got k number of merges done. And what is last? Last is the index after the last merge. Okay. So what is this? dp of k of I of last is minimum total time from position I onwards. Okay. What is the recurrence relation? If k is equal to steps, I is equal to k is equal to steps. What is steps? भूल गया मैं. Steps कहाँ था? Steps is total minus merges. What is total? Total is equal to k, I guess. No? K is equal to steps. Acha, okay, so if I have done all of them, so that is what he is meaning. Okay, if k is equal to steps, and if I is equal to position dot length minus 1, that means we have reached the end of that with a cost of 0. Else there is an invalid path to cost. Acha, so it is like if both of the conditions hold, which means that till the end you have reached the end and you have taken k steps, so the cost is equal to 0. You haven't reached the end, but you have already exhausted all your k steps, the cost is infinity because you can't reach. Okay. Otherwise, try every next greater than I. Okay. Calculate distance is equal to position of next minus position of I. So what you can do is you can remove some consecutive stones. Milestones. Okay. So if you're removing, let's say, what he is trying to convey us, let's say there are some stones over here. Okay. Between these two stones, there are some stones. Okay. I don't know how many stones are there. So if I want to remove all of these stones, it is basically nothing but we are going to consider the distance from here to here only, right? And all these values are going to be put over here. Similarly, what we can do is we can also put another stone over here and remove this also, and now the value is over here, and in this we are also going to add this number. Okay, so that is what he is trying to convey us. So for every next greater than I, calculate distance, that is what is the distance of it, and rate is equal to sum of times from last to I minus 1 inclusive. What is last? I again forgot. The index after the last merge. Okay, so whatever is the last till I minus 1. So till its previous, what is the rate? And what is the total cost? Total cost is distance into rate. That is the distance that I am having between it. Because what is the cost of traversing this? Let's say this is the distance. Okay, this is the distance, and there is something written over here. So what is written over here? It is a rate, right? It is a rate that is written over here. So d into r. Okay, d into r plus dp of k plus 1 next I plus 1. What is k plus 1? Which means that I have done a number of steps. Okay, so whatever is plus 1, I am doing one more step. Okay, of next, that is the element that I am going to consider, that is from here to here. Okay, the element that I am going to consider, and I plus 1, that is it is going to consider from the next element after this. Okay, chalo, कोई problem नहीं. Any problem if this is getting out of your head? Okay, हाँ चलो, he has explained with a example this thing. I don't think time complexity and space complexity will be a. Why is this a partition DP problem? You're dividing a sequence into partition segments. You're choosing partitions points greedily or via DP. The cost function depends on which partition you pick next. You're picking k partition points where not to merge. Cost depends on the rate over each partition. State transition chooses next partition start. Classical partition day. ठीक 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 ठीक. So what is the length of it? जो जो मैंने अभी किया था, ठीक है, ये जो मैंने अभी एग्जांपल दिया था तुम लोगों को, this one 0 through 8 10. Okay, so what is the length of it? It is 10. What is n? N is 4, k is 1. Okay, 0 through 8 10 5 8 3 6. So we must do exactly one merge, that is steps is equal to, it was n, and now the number of steps will be 4 minus 1, that is 3. So how many steps will be there? 1 2 3. Okay. So we know how many what is the number of steps that we have to do. So step 1, step 2. Okay, step 1 is from 0 to 8, step 2 is from 8 to 10. So that is a segment. This is the distance, this is the rate. 5 and 11, 40 and 22, you get 62. Okay, so this is what we have done. Now try to understand it using the DP. So there is a prefix. Prefix क्यों है भाई? What is total, by the way? LNK. Acha. Total is nothing but n. Okay, the size of it, the size of positions and times, and merges is nothing but k. Okay, so I am having a prefix of length n, and prefix में क्या होगा? Times. ठीक है, so it is going to give me the sum of times before it. Okay, and prefix of total minus 1 is equal to prefix of total minus 2. ये क्यों हुआ? This is the thing. Why is this happening? The last one you are not taking into consideration, so yeah, it is okay. I don't get it. Why is this? ये Java है ना? सबमिट कैसे करूँ? रन सबमिट चलो सबमिट करते हैं. Because I feel that this is a false alarm. हाँ तो accepted यार, this is a false alarm. I don't get. I was also confused कि वो इसका कोई जरूरत थोड़ी है. This is not needed. Okay, guys, this is not needed. Okay. So for every thing, you can have the prefix. Okay, this is not needed. This was just an additional thing. So now we can have how many steps we are going to have. Then we are having a DP, a 3D DP, where the first one is the number of steps. The second one is the total. Okay, and third one is total plus 1. So what is total? N, and this is n plus 1. Why is it so? Because now again let's go back to what we were doing, what every position means. K is the total number of merges done so far. So how many merges will be done? Steps plus 1. Okay. I is the current position. So how many positions are there? Total positions are there. And last is the index after the last merge. So how many positions are there? Again n positions. Okay, so that is the reason we are having steps plus 1, total plus 1. Now we are solving 100 steps position prefix dp. 1 is nothing but the number of merges that we have done till now. So how many merges have we done till now? 1. Okay. I is equal to 0. That is the current index position because we are starting from the first position. Steps is the number of steps. Excellent. Steps क्या है? Oh, sorry. My mistake. 0 is again last. So what is the last index that we have merged? The index of the last merge. Okay. So what is the index, last index we have merged? I am also thinking कि ये total ये भी नहीं चाहिए था शायद. But let's do it. Well, let's try doing it with this. Like a lot of things are extra because I get it. Bhai, he was coding during the contest, so if he has done something extra, so it's okay. It's tolerable. But I think ही नहीं चाहिए था. I may be wrong. हाँ चलो ये भी accepted है. तो हाँ ये भी नहीं चाहिए था. ठीक है. And I think ये steps वाला steps plus 1 क्यों दे रहा है इसमें? K ना? क्या K? What is K? K is equal to अरे यार नहीं number of merges done so far. तो total minus merges. ये भी शायद 1 नहीं लगेगा. इसमें भी 1 का क्या ही फायदा है. बट इसमें 1 लग सकता है. ठीक है. Because he may be having an overflow. इसमें 1 लग सकता है. हाँ. Sorry. My mistake. इसमें 1 लगेगा. ठीक है. Overflow होगा इसमें. Sorry. ठीक है. तो okay, let me remove this. दिख रहा है तुमको? So private long solve int k, int I, int last, in steps. बाकी everything is same as it is in the earlier one. Okay. Now what we are going to do is dp of k of I of last is not, if dp of k of I of last is not equal to null, which means that it is filled. What if it is filled? So if it is filled, return dp of k of I of last. So what is this? This is nothing but memoization. ठीक है. Rate is what? Nothing but the prefix. All the sum of the times before it. Okay. That is prefix of I minus prefix of last minus I. Okay. This thing is just to consider the fact that if last minus I is not greater than equal to 0, so this is for that case. Okay. So if it is not greater than equal to 0, so that should be 0. So what is it basically is, just think of it like this. So let's say there's something like this, okay, and you were removing these. There were some milestones over here which you were removing. So how do you know? So all of them has to be added over here, right? How do you know what is the number that is to be added over here? So you have to do the prefix thing, right? You have to find the prefix. So whatever is the prefix still over here, and whatever is the prefix still over here, if you sorry, I think it will be before this. Okay, not this one. Before this, if you subtract them, if you find the difference between them, you will find the sum of all the elements over here. Okay, so that is it. Okay, so over here now we get the rate. We get what is the rate for it. If k is equal to steps, then we know that we can return directly. Okay, and obviously we could have returned directly this. Okay, we could have directly returned this. Okay, why are we returning this is equal to this? Because obviously, because it may happen that we will be needing that, I know, but I think वापस ये illogical है. I think वापस ये illogical है. It is 0 or long max value. लॉजिकल तो होना चाहिए वैसे. होना तो चाहिए लॉजिकल, बट आई एम नॉट श्योर वेदर इसका कोई वैल्यू हो, मतलब इज दिस होल्डिंग एनी. हाँ, इसकी भी तो इलॉजिकल है यार. बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो इलॉजिकल है, ठीक है, विच इज एडेड जस्ट because of like when you are going for a contest. So yeah, there are a lot of things which you will be needing, you will be doing, but it won't be needed. Okay, so if k is equal to steps, so we have already come across this condition that if k is equal to steps, if it is an invalid path, return infinity. So that is what he is doing, return infinity if it's an invalid path, otherwise return 0. Okay. Long best is equal to max value. So like we have to find the minimum value, so we are going to keep best is nothing but the maximum. Okay, just think of it as maximum. Okay. Now what you are going to do is next is equal to I plus 1 till positions dot length. So for all the positions that are after this, we are going to find. Okay, distance is equal to position of next minus position of I. That is position of next minus position of I. So that is the distance. Clear? Yes, this is very simple arithmetic. And cost is equal to solve of k plus 1 next I plus 1 this. Okay, and if cost is less than long dot max value, total cost ऐसा कुछ थोड़ी है कि like it was given that you have to do exactly that number of merge, na? Or was it given that you can have, yeah, exactly k merges? अच्छा, तो मैं मर्ज वो मैं डमी मर्ज कर दूंगा. Okay, I got it. See, so what is the cost? Cost is again solve of k plus 1 next I plus 1 steps position prefix dp. So steps position prefix dp, it doesn't change. Okay, it is as it is, steps position prefix dp, as it is, never changes. Okay, इसका क्या लॉजिक है मुझे समझ में नहीं आया वैसे. Let's try removing this. Okay, okay. अच्छा, that is for the base case. ये base case के लिए k is equal steps. Got it. But I think k is equal steps में we can return directly 0 ना. उसमें डायरेक्ट रिटर्न जीरो नहीं कर सकते हम लोग? What if I am returning zero directly? Because I think that this is also okay. It gives me wrong answer. ये समझते यार, तुम लॉन्ग मैक्स वैल्यू डाल रहे हो तो वो प्रॉब्लम नहीं कर रहा. अच्छा, ओके, दिस इज जस्ट टू चेक भाई. व्हाट इफ आई मेक इट 10 NL? नहीं, हाँ. Man, this guy has explained. I think he has also got a lot of upvotes. Nice solution, but कोई लॉजिक ही नहीं बनता भाई. बहुत सारी चीजों का कोई लॉजिक नहीं बनता है. K is equal to steps हो रहा है तो तुम हाँ देख रहे हो कि हाँ ठीक है, it's okay. But I think we could have gone over here with something else. देखो, what happens is over here whenever we are going to check that. Okay, so first of all let me tell you what is solve K plus this is doing. Okay, K plus 1 means that what was K? K is the number of steps, right? So it means that we have done one step. Okay, yeah. Which means that we have done one step. Okay, so if we have done one step, so it means now the number of steps is K plus 1. What is next? Next is nothing but the last merged, sorry, the current position index. Okay, so currently now we are at next. And what is the index after the last merge? So we have done the last merge at I. So what is the index after last merge? It is I plus 1. And the remaining things are normal as it is. ठीक है? If cost is less than long dot max value, ये इसलिए हो रहा है, ये इसमें इसलिए कर रहा है क्योंकि this is done just to check this, nothing else. ये जो है ना, ये long dot max value, this is just done to check this. Because if it is 0 तो well and good enough भाई, 0 return कर दो. Otherwise तुम long max value कर दो कि भाई this is not possible only. So you just return कि this is not possible only. So if it is not possible, it won't go into this scenario only. So this is the reason why there is long max value. Why they are not settling with only 0. Okay, over here. Because what if it is not possible only to do it? In that case you can't just find the cost, right? अभी हम लोगों ने किया था 55 आ गया था 62 की जगह. So obviously that means that there is some error in it. So ये एरर को ना ये बस एलिमिनेट करने के लिए कि भाई अगर बहुत ज्यादा जा रहा है तुम्हारा, कि अगर तुम्हारा I is not equal to position dot length है तो तुम कर दो. Because it means that you have reached the end but you have got more than K. You have got more than K steps done. Okay, which means there were more partitions. But you can't have more than K partitions, right? So that is the reason where we are going to put that into place. So what is the total cost? Total cost is cost of whatever it is and distance into rate. Okay, D into R. अभी हम लोगों ने किया था D into R, समझाया था मैंने. This D into R plus whatever is going to be for the remaining part. That is the cost. That is the total cost. And find whichever is the best. Math.min best. And now we can find out that for dpki last, that is K is number of merges done so far, I is the current position index I, and last is nothing but the index after the last merge. Okay, so the index after the last merge, what is now the index after the last merge? It can be gotten from क्या बोलते हैं इसको, कहाँ से निकाले थे हम लोग लास्ट वाला. it can be gotten from here. Okay, last. What is last? Last is 0. Okay, so the index out of the last merge is last. Right now it is last 0. It is best. Okay, otherwise what is going to be the last? It is I plus 1. So whatever is the I plus 1, the next I plus 1, the next I plus 1. So you need a 3 DDP. I know that this is a little bit hard to understand, but I think like if you watch this video again, just rewind करके एक बार देख लो, it will be understandable for you. ठीक है? Still, if you guys have any doubt, you guys can write in the live chat. Okay? कोई doubt है तो बताओ. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next problem. Was the scope of data analysis के बाद तो कुछ आ नहीं रहा भाई. ग्लिच तो नहीं हो गया मेरा. मेरा इधर तो दिख रहा है कि हाँ ठीक है. Okay, so I think there are only 2 people watching. मेरा इधर तो दिख रहा है कि so there are 2 people watching. तो तब ठीक है, I get it, understandable, कोई problem नहीं है. So let's move on to the next problem. Okay, find the sum of array products of magical sequences. You're given 2 integers m and k and an integer array nums. A sequence of integer sequence is called magical if sequence has a size of m, 0 is less than equal to sequence of I less than nums length. Binary representation of this has key bits. Okay, if it is magical if sequence has a length of m and sequence nums dot length. ठीक है. Okay, the added product of this sequence is defined as product of sequence is equal to nums of sequence 0, nums of sequence 1, nums of. So okay. Written the sum of array products for all valid magical sequences. ऐसे कैसे भाई? Okay, so let's understand the first one. I think ये question ही काफी भाई भयंकर है. 211 are accepted. By 1038 people tried. Total submissions were 3302. मतलब people guys are understanding this within the contest. That is good, man. देखो अंडरस्टैंड करो तो ठीक है, अगर एलएलएम से करवा दो तो कुछ नहीं बोल सकता. So what it is basically trying to tell us is like understandable है, ऐसा नहीं बोलो understandable नहीं है. So it is, but अगर तुम इसको कोड करो ना, like after doing solving the previous 3 problems, if you are coding the fourth problem, and the fourth problem is not that easy, like not that, obviously it shouldn't be easy, but इतना तगड़ा वाला तो like I feel exhausted after doing all of this. Yeah, तो up to you भाई, कोई problem नहीं है. तो इसमें what is given 1 1 0 100 this. Okay, so this is the nums. Sorry, this is the nums. And array product is the product of all the nums of that. ठीक है, कोई problem नहीं है. Nums is the size of m. That means that nums has size of 5. So it can be 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, all permutations of 0 1 2 3 4 are magical sequences because तुम जो भी ले लो ना, 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 4 हो जाएगा k set bits. So if you're taking all of them and making it 2 to the power that, 2 to the power that, okay, so because that specific bit, so for every specific 2 to the power something, one bit is set. Okay, for every specific this, one bit is set, so you can have it. So all permutations are magical. And a product of arrays 1 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. So 10 to the power 13. Okay? So you will get a product of 10 to the power 13. The sum of array products for all the magical sequences. So how many sequences can be found with this 5 elements? It is going to be 5 factorial. Hai na? 5 factorial into 10 to the 13. Is it 5 factorial though? कैलकुलेटर देख लेता हूँ 5 फैक्टोरियल कितना होता है 120 होता है ना 120 into 10 to the power 13 मॉड करूंगा मॉड कहाँ है कैलकुलेटर में मॉड नहीं दिखा मॉड कहाँ है अच्छा इधर आएगा हाँ मॉड ऑफ 10 to 9 to 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 5 फैक्टोरियल कितना होता है सी आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड ठीक है क्या हो रहा है इसमें आई थिंक ये इज गेटिंग टू आउट ऑफ हैंड भाई कांस्टेंट देख लिया भाई मैंने 30 और 50 है द थिंग इज की अबाउट दिस इज की भाई अगर मैं समझ ही नहीं पा रहा हूँ क्या है और इसमें लग रहा है 4DDP I Leetcode is so much obsessed with DPs. टू बी ऑनेस्ट मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा क्या हो रहा है इसमें बिट मास्किंग डीपी गुड और कोई कर रहा है तो बिट मास्क करके इट्स लाइक यू आइदर चूज इट और नॉट चूज इट अरे हाँ यार यू आइदर चूज इट और नॉट चूज इट हो गया बिट मास्किंग डीपी फिर तो बिट मास्क वाला क्वेश्चन था आई हैवंट read this only okay I haven't read this because 2 नहीं 2 to the power 50 हो जाएगा ना फिर अगर तुम मास्क करोगे तो 2 to the 50 is quite high how many elements are there see I think I'll leave this okay I'll leave this इतना इतना दिमाग नहीं कर पा रहा भाई इन्वेस्ट okay so let's rate the problems Aripa क्या मैं बहुत ज्यादा लाइन ड्रॉ कर रहा हूँ पता नहीं यार इजी मीडियम नहीं परफेक्ट दिस इज परफेक्ट दिस इज परफेक्टो वेरी हार्ड medium hard. Okay, yeah, it is okay. Easy, medium, and this is very easy. इसको ना मीडियम इजी बनाते हैं यार. So see, if you are in fourth sem and you are to if you are not started doing DP, कर सकते हो यार. DP शुरू कर सकते हो. कोई ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि यू आर लेट और यू आर टू अर्ली. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. अप टू यू यार. तुम कर सकते हो. अप टू यू. If you want, you can do it. Like it's better that you start DP because you will try to understand a lot of problems more. Okay. The first problem was very easy. That digit one. The second problem was fill a special grid. Fill a special grid was medium यार. Medium. And C and D both were very hard भाई. मेरा मानो तो ये है rating. This is a rating यार. Nothing over here, nothing over here, nothing over here, nothing over here. So this is a rating for today's contest. So yeah, that's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. So yeah, thank you guys for joining. चलो, bye. क्या हो गया भाई?